And you often hear me on this show talking about breaking the stigma of mental health. And this week we're doing just that with a social experiment exploring the concept of imposter syndrome.
You can think about imposter syndrome not as one person, but as two people.
First, we must define the term. It actually came to be in Northeast Ohio. Dr. Pauline Rose Clance coined imposter syndrome at Oberlin College in 1985 while in grad school and defined it as, quote, the idea that our accomplishments came about not through genuine ability, but as a result of having been lucky.
Imagine these two persons are dating and one person constantly feels they don't match or they don't deserve the other person.
Next, we asked 4 people from all walks of life for their take. Meet Ryan, a senior fraud analyst; Chardonnay, a public relations manager; Andrew, a key holder for Homage Clothing; and Abby, a licensed counselor herself.
Define imposter syndrome.
I'd like to think it's probably in the professional workplace, just feeling as though you're playing a part. You're not necessarily actually adequate.
To me, you could have confidence in something but still be a little bit shaky as far as if you're doing it correctly.
I'm not doing something as good as somebody else might be doing it.
Then we asked them to define it within themselves.
I'm from East Cleveland, which is listed as the 4th poorest city in the entire country. And so therefore, I feel like people automatically assume that I'm less educated.
Unfortunately, us being humans and us being therapists, there's only so much that we can do before another person has to help themselves, you know? So that's probably where it is in myself.
And lastly, we asked how each person copes to give anyone watching this and relating ways to heal.
About a 3.5 month period of just nonstop binge drinking, I kind of realized at that point that I needed to get some help.
Just to do things that bring me genuine happiness more often than things that bring me anxiety.
It's really, quite frankly, a part of life. But so having, again, something that motivates you and that serves as your North Star will kind of help you create that tunnel vision and just block out the haters.
Yeah, and you see how everyone's responses were different there, but yet they all deal with it. So that's what we want you to take away from this. There are so many different scenarios, and we were just talking during the story. Yeah. I think we all can relate. I mean, for sure. You all know that I have anxiety. I mean, I've been really open about that, but I mean, for sure, I have this.
Yeah. We also talked about our kids and what they're going to face too, and why it's so important to get help, right? Yeah. It's okay to talk to somebody about this.
You've had some amazing stories, but this one's so fascinating to me because it hits home when you think about different people and you don't really realize what they're going through. Right. And you think they have it all, keeping up with the Joneses, maybe this great house or this, whatever it is.
Their yard looks better than your
yard, all that, and you really have no idea what's going on the inside, but now this could last a few weeks or your entire life. Is that?
It's true, and I always use work in progress. It's something that you constantly have to work on for yourself, and that's why getting help is so important. And I just want to reiterate that we do have resources available at WKYC.com. They are there for a reason.
Yes.
Right. Thanks for sharing, Holly.
You bet.